Hi, welcome back to the channel. It is week 22. We're gonna go for it. Try a little jog in some packed snow. Alright, my GPS just found me, so we're gonna give this a try. My stepkids did run outside yesterday when we got here. I just did a little cardio inside. Today's Tuesday, by the way, but they said that if you're careful, you can go up and down the little street here without hitting too much ice. So I just need the time on my feet, so we're gonna give it a try. Definitely slower than normal, but hey, it's snow and ice. But where the snow is pretty crunchy, it's just like running on sand, it feels like when I ran on the beach. So definitely not bad. I can definitely make this work. But yeah, 2.7, a little bit slower than normal. It's better than nothing. So like I said last week, at some point I will be sitting down and sharing all my wonderful inspirational thoughts I had after that 23 miles. I got to sit down and organize them all. But whew, I tell you what, I think it was just divine intervention that 23 miles happened in 19 degrees, because I now know really good ways to dress when it's cold. All right, this is my little frame right here. Look at this. This is Ruby. Hi, Ruby. Happy Thanksgiving! It's like 30 degrees, 29, 30. Let's run a turkey trot. Well, that was fun. I think my time, they had me coming at like 31:50 something, and my watch, because I stopped it a little late, was 32, which for running on snow and ice, I'll call that a win. I didn't fall. Yeah, I had to go slow at certain points because I didn't want to slip on the ice, but all part of this fun training experience, that's for sure. And then I will never say no to time on my feet. But I think Allison, my stepdaughter, I think she was the first one in for her age group, so I think she gets a pie. So we'll see. But turkey trot done. Now I'm gonna go eat food. Yay!
And 15 and 19, we got Allison.
sitting in the ski lodge watching people ski. I decided I was not going to do any snowboarding this trip because I paid too much for Goofy to get hurt. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to keep my voice down. But I'm going to share my thoughts on my 23-mile run. I did want to say I'm super appreciative of all of the congratulations and all of those comments after I posted that I did complete it. And it got me. I was thinking about that on Sunday when I was working in the sound booth, and our preacher, of course, was theming his sermon around Thanksgiving, and it just got me to thinking about how grateful and thankful and blessed and all that I am that I get to do what I get to do, and that God gave me the ability to do it. And I was not prepared. I did not have my verses pulled up. Bear with me. And some verses that he shared that just made me think about how grateful. Habakkuk 3:19. The Lord is my strength, my source of courage, my invincible army. He has made my feet steady and sure like hinds feet, and makes me walk forward with spiritual confidence on my high places of challenge and responsibility. When he shared that verse, I was like, that's exactly how I feel about running in my relationship with God. That's where my confidence comes from, and that's what I wrote in here. I'm so thankful to be able to do this, and thankful for my friends and family that came alongside me, especially my husband, because this has taken a lot of time for me to go out and do this, and he is there to support me through it. The other verse that he shared was James 1:2-4. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. And that's exactly how I feel about this marathon training, that's for sure. That it gets harder and harder, but it makes you grow stronger and stronger. And you know that when you have hard times, you'll know you'll be able to overcome it if it were to happen again. And I wrote that all of this is so relevant, how training for something like a marathon gives you confidence to face other hard things. Like we have a Christmas play coming up, and usually I just sing in the choir, and there's a drama that we do, and they asked if I would be interested in doing actually one of the speaking roles, and I've always been so scared to do plays like that in high school. But I was like, you know what? I ran 20 miles, I ran 23 miles, I can do a church play. So we'll see how that goes. I'll share that on here for sure, how that goes. But really the overall thing that I thought about was that I don't ever want to take for granted the blessing of getting to run. I will always be so grateful for this ability, even when the time comes that I won't be able to do it anymore, because that'll come. I will be blessed and thankful and grateful for the time I did get to having these experiences. So that's all I wanted to share for my 23-mile run. So I'm going to close out this video with our MEB lesson, marathon number 21, the 2015 Boston Marathon. In April, he placed 8th with a time of 2 hours and 12 minutes. And his lesson was, surprises are always possible, even when you're feeling great. Don't let them keep you from giving your best. So basically, he was hoping, not really thinking about time, but wanted to place. He won this the year before, so he wanted to finish well. But it was pretty clear early on he wasn't going to be winning, but he, wanted to fight for every place that he could. But when they got towards the end, they only had about 4 miles to go. He had an issue with his fluid intake, that he wasn't able to keep anything down. He was coughing, he ended up vomiting. He had to stop at certain times to clear his throat, and then he'd have to race to try to catch up with the pack that he was trying to run with. So at a certain point, he's like, I'm just going to do the best I can. And he was able to, he found a runner to cross the finish line with. It actually ended up being a local BAA, a local runner. And he felt really good about being able to end the race that way, even though he didn't place anywhere close to probably what he wanted. And that was an unexpected surprise, the fact that he was having trouble with his fluids. He didn't let it keep him from giving his best. He tried to fight for every place that he could, and when he got close to the finish, he found someone to hold hands and finish with. And that's what I'm learning about him, is what he values about racing, is that camaraderie, which I absolutely love too. So I hope everyone's training as well. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know that we've enjoyed this snowy situation that's happening here. I know my stepkids have, so we got interesting plans for next week. I know that I've gotten a few runs in, like you saw, and I'm supposed to try to do 6 miles this week. I don't know if that's going to happen. It might be on Sunday after we get back. We're flying home tomorrow. Today's Friday. I didn't say that. But we're flying home tomorrow, and might have to do my 6 on Sunday. I usually don't like to run on Sunday, but that might be what it ends up being. So I'm excited to share my change in plan again for next week. So always remember that you are God's masterpiece, and we are getting ever so close to this marathon weekend. I'll see you next week.